close my window first. From Santa Barbara, California, this is Andrew from the UCSB Bridge Club. I am here today to commentate the last match of the Santa Barbarians in Group C of the Online Junior Bridge League. Today they will be taking on the team Double Trouble. So the doubles should be flying. Let's see if everybody's here. Looks like they are. So we should be able to get started. Everybody ready? Everybody accepted. Excellent. So, we'll pull up the tables in a moment. On your left, you will see Table 1. Here we will have Aaron and Zoe in North-South for the Santa Barbarians. We'll look up the names for East-West shortly. But first, I need to give my alter ego permission to kibitz. This looks like a near pass out, but West is going to come up with a 1 diamond bid in 4th seat, having 12 points. And his partner has 8, so it's one of those 2020 boards. Not the year, fortunately, just saying that the points are distributed. Okay, apparently there is some familiarity at this table. Let's join Table 2. Table 2, we had a different start, as it looks like North found a 1 diamond open. At Table 2, on your right, we have Matt, the captain of Double Trouble in North, with his partner Stephanie. And Stephanie is Steph, makes sense. And East-West we have Kite and Matthias for the Santa Barbarians. Alright, so Table 2. Looks like Mark's Manma is named Kai. Dragon Cairo, I think I'll just call Dragon Cairo. It's a pretty cool username. And Dragon Cairo will be playing 1 no trump. Meanwhile at Table 2, North-South will have this contract. I'll be playing a 7-card Heart Fit. South, Stephanie has a very nice 2-suited hand, which is definitely worth saying something. In fact, at Table 1, I think if I were in South, I would have opened that 1 heart in 3rd seat. Rule of 19 is good enough for 3rd seat. Table 2, we start with a spade lead from West, which was won by the ace. Now trump are going to be drawn. And there will be a trump loser. Actually, club finesses are going to be taken first. There are 2 club losers. So, best Matthias can do is play another spade here, which he does. That will set up 2 tricks for his side. And then, so they'll get 3 spades. They will get 2 clubs and a queen of hearts, I think, which must be miscounting something. Only 2 spades, because the ace, North had the ace. So it looks like 2 hearts is going to make. Especially since hearts split 3-3, which is rather nice. At this point, pretty easy. Club will be lost. Now, of course, Matthias does not have another club to lead back, so there's not going to be any rough. So 2 hearts making. Meanwhile, at Table 1, 1 no in the West. What was our lead here? Looks like we had a club lead, won by West with the king. Then West played on spades, finesse winning, played a diamond back to the ace, noticing that South didn't have any. Second spade finesse was won by the ace, and then a club was returned. Yeah, so South has running clubs. Now at this point, East-West can take 3 diamond tricks, which it looks like, well, 3 diamond tricks and 2 spades. So they're going to make this, and this is going to be a double part score swing to get double trouble off on the right foot. Yep, really not much suspense here. Got the diamond trick here, and then you got 2 spade tricks. Actually, East-West are going to make 3 now. Which is kind of interesting. On a hand that was kind of close to being a pass-out. Alright, board 2 now, table 2. We're starting off with South having a nice hand. 17, 5-4 in the blacks. Looks like we're going to see a spade open. Possibly a no trump, that's probably what South is thinking about. But with the points so heavily concentrated in the black suits, I think that's better for 1 spade open. Oh, interesting, 1 club. Do they play precision? Ah, they do. That's what fun. Okay. Well, we're going to have some interesting times at table 2. I guess North is going to come in with 1 diamond, showing 0 to 7 points, and saying nothing about shape. And the double part score swing on board 1 gave 6 imps to double trouble. That's not how I would alert 1 diamond as negative. I mean, I guess that's kind of what it is, but best to say explicitly what it means. I don't think it'll make much difference for East-West. Now South will probably bid. Okay, there you go. Better explanation. Fewer than 7 points. Table 2, much more logical. 1 spade, probably be followed by forcing 1 no trump. After which South will either bid 2 clubs or 3 clubs. Probably 2 is better, though it's close. And I'm pretty sure 2 clubs will be passed. Aaron could bid his hearts, but he likes clubs, and he's weak. So I think he'd probably just decide to keep it low. There's a chance of running into a 7-card fit, so he could also be forgiven for bidding 2 spades, but why go for the guaranteed 7-card fit when you have a possibility of a better fit here? Indeed, he will pass. So this will be nice and low. In terms of losers, I'm looking at the ace of clubs, I'm looking at a heart, ace of spades, king of diamonds, maybe a 2nd spade, but probably not. So table 2 are taking their time. 1 spade is announced as 4+ spades forcing. I would not personally play that as forcing. I also play a precision system with a couple of my partners. But that's going to trigger his partner into bidding a 2 hearts. Because actually, when North is bid 1 diamond, his hand suddenly becomes near the top of his range. So he's going to be content to bid relatively freely. So South here, I would say, is likely to come in with 3 clubs to show out his shape. But there's definitely a risk that these guys could get a little too high. If 3 no trump is declared in the South, as it most likely would be, that is nice. Okay, so 2 hearts is actually going to be passed, which is quite conservative and keeps them out of their best fit. Looks like there are going to be 2 heart losers here, and the aforementioned ace of spades, king of diamonds, ace of clubs. So 2 hearts is a pretty good shot at making, I'd say. Might not. We'll see. Meanwhile, two clubs. The first club, or the heart was led. West underled as king, and found partners 10 as South ducked. And now it looks like the king of diamonds is going to be won. There's no real reason not to take this finesse right now, as there's no way to pitch the diamond later before you've lost a couple of tricks. So yep, that'll be lost to the king of diamonds. And now a heart return would help set up the suit. Diamond return seems logical. Now I would suppose that South is going to play on clubs to draw trump. So the ace of clubs will win. And now we will see what East leads back. Diamond would give a rough slough. Hearts would set up the suit there, but South is still going to need to lose some spades. Club return might not be bad, but anything except a diamond is pretty much carbon neutral right now. Ace of spades is going to come out. That'll make South's life a little bit easier, as she now does not need to worry about losing some spades. So table 2, East-West have won the first two tricks. Seems that king of diamonds was won, and then a heart was returned, which East won at the 10. And now a second diamond is finally won by the ace in South. So now South is probably going to keep drawing trump. Actually, Matthias probably could have done better by leading a club rather than the heart from his hand when he won with the king, as there's a chance he could get a rough in his hand. So he plays a low club. If Kite ducks it, next time Matthias gets in, Kite can cash the ace of clubs and lead back a club for his partner to rough. That's the only way that they would get 3 hard tricks from this layout. Okay, now Kite's, it's not a rough slough because South is out of hearts. Just forcing North to rough. 2 clubs went down. How'd that happen? Took my eye off the ball, and I'm guessing she did too. There was a heart trick, there was a diamond trick, there's the ace of clubs, ace of spades. And I have a hard time seeing what else, unless maybe there is a club, a spade rough that was over roughed. So Kite made a mistake by cashing the ace of spades there. Actually, if he had led back a diamond first, he would have been able to get back into his hand with the ace of spades and then cash a diamond later. As it is, that's going to give North-South all the tricks they need. Let's see, after the ace of spades was cashed, spade was returned to the queen. Then another round of trump was drawn. And then okay. We'll have to assume that there was an attempt to draw another round of clubs. Or rough a spade, rather. Anyway, my screen's freezing because I'm looking at that. So I will not look at that and hope that we can get back to business shortly. Sorry about that, everybody. And with 2 hearts making at the other table, that's another 5 imps for double trouble. So they find themselves with a nice early 11 imp lead going into board 3. I'll look at table 2 since that's the only one I can see right now. South starts with 1 no, which they play as 15 to 17, their precision system. Kite has a 2 diamonds bid, I would say. They're playing Capoletti, 2 diamonds would show both majors, but he decides to pass. Meanwhile, it looks like we got the 2 no at table 1, facing the same methods. And 2 no looks reasonable. Diamond lead at table 2 plays right into the ace queen and south. Now south can go ahead and set up clubs. There are 4 tricks. Clubs are 4, spades are 2, diamonds are 2. Could try for the hearts, but they're not going to work. Looks like there are 8 tricks anyway you slice it. So this one should probably be pretty flat. So the south or east could have definitely made some sort of overcall to show the majors were in his system. You know, Kite and Matthias should be playing Capoletti, so 2 diamonds would show that shape. Alright, so Zoe tried to go after the hearts after she ran clubs, which is fine. It's not going to accomplish anything as it happens, but East had thrown away enough hearts and didn't have any quick tricks, so it doesn't really matter. She'll just get her 8 tricks and then call it a day. Meanwhile, at table 1, it looks like Kite just got N played. He's thrown in with a spade, and now he's going to have to give North a heart. In fact, it looks like he'll have to give North 2 hearts. Well, 1 heart when he plays low. It was a good decision. Now he can take the rest. So actually, Double Trouble will get another imp. Last time these 2 teams played, it was a very close match. I think it was decided by about 3 or 4 imps. So far, it has been Double Trouble all the way. Across the sky. Now we're both on board 4, so they're keeping good pace. And West has a 1 club opener. North has a nice hand. Definitely gonna say something. Don't know if I really like double from Aaron. He's got 4 clubs. He doesn't have diamonds, which his partner seems likely to bid, given the chance. And he's not really super strong, considering that 3 of his points are in the stiff king of diamonds. But both sides decide to double their first time. And East, in both cases, bids 1 spade anyway, despite perhaps being afraid of a bad spade break. Now the question is what West does. At table 2, Matthias decides to pass 1 spade and let North come in with the balancing 2 hearts. Pretty sure there's going to be no cooperation from South. Yep. Table 1, West decided to bid 1 no, even with a stiff diamond. So maybe Matthias could give Double Trouble a taste of their own medicine if he doubled, but I guess he didn't want to. Certainly don't blame him. But North is going to get away with 2 hearts. Seems like it has pretty good chances, even with a bad heartbreak. clubs are not looking very solid. That's a 10, it's probably going to set up eventually. Now East, at table 1, was probably thinking about if they have XYZ in their system, East could have come in with a 2 clubs bid, which would have forced West to bid 2 diamonds, which then could have been passed. But as it is, he takes the low road and will probably be rewarded for it. I don't see North-South getting much on this hand either. So trump are being drawn at table 2, sorry. Now the King of Clubs getting cashed probably isn't great, although North doesn't have many entries to South's club suit. Yeah, spade return is probably the best Matthias can do. He's entitled to 2 spade tricks if he leads a spade here. No, I take it back. The King of Clubs actually set up South club suit. Okay, not enough spades to pitch. So if Matthias leads a spade right here, I'm pretty sure 2 hearts will go down 1. Let's see if he finds it. Kite's diamond discard is probably encouraging diamonds, which is actually going to backfire. The diamond lead would set up the Jack of Diamonds in South for a spade pitch. So really it's the 3 of spades or 2 hearts making. We'll draw the Jack of Hearts first. Does that change things? I tend to think not. Kite continues to try to encourage diamonds. Could probably afford to lose the 2 of spades. Okay, so now the club is going to come out, and I guess it comes down to what North does. If North plays on diamonds, he'll get... Well, at this point, North doesn't have any entries to the South hand, so it really doesn't matter what he does. I guess that works. Yeah, okay. But now, if North exits with the King of Diamonds, he will end play East. But he does not do so. Alright, let's see, we have 1 nose going. West leads the Queen of Diamonds, covered by the King. And he will find that that is not going to be a good source of tricks for him. So he'll try clubs. He does get the Queen finesse, but North has 4 to the 10. So he shows count, following high and then low, which is probably fine here. Ooh, and the King of Clubs is played. So Aaron should cash the ace here. And I guess if he wants, he can lead back a heart. Set up that suit, and he will get back in with the King of Spades. This is going to be a bit tricky for Dragon Cairo. Three tricks are gone. It's 3-3 right now after the Queen of Hearts is won. South should pitch a diamond here. There's really no reason not to. Especially after seeing the dummy pitch one. All you need to do really is keep pace with dummy. Then the Ace of Spades comes out. The spades are actually his best chance. Next spade, if Aaron ducks, West might have been tempted to take a finesse. Who knows? But really, Aaron just wanted to cash his heart. If he cashes his heart, that'll be 5. Club to the Queen will be 6, and the Jack of Diamonds will be 7. So this should go down. Even if he leads a spade, it's okay. Now the question is, what does West pitch? Does he pitch the diamond? If he does, he's in trouble. And if it's a spade, it will not be double. Ooh, that's unfortunate for him. Now Zoe can cash the rest of the tricks. Run those jewels, why don't you? A tragic decision, but that will give the Santa Barbarians a nice boost to get right back in this match with 9 imps. At table 2, North-South found themselves in 2 hearts. I feel like they've had all the options so far today. Indeed they have. And at the other table, it's been 50-50, 2 for West, 2 for South. 1 heart is a pretty logical opening. Could easily be followed by 2 hearts in South, which I'm guessing may have happened at table 2. And right now, North Matt is drawing hearts, lost to the King. East-West have some diamonds to run, and a spade trick. So it looks like they can get 2 diamonds for 3 tricks. Club is not a good return, although North does not take the finesse. At this point he'll probably be content to draw trump. Maybe not. He will ruff his clubs, so that's probably a good decision. And he doesn't need to ruff anymore because the queen fell. So that'll work out nicely for him. Meanwhile, at table 1, South decided to start with 1 spade. I don't think she's quite strong enough for that. I'm guessing she was thinking about 1 spade and then jump to hearts, jump to 3 hearts maybe. Which was going to prompt Aaron to bid 2 clubs. East doubled, which was perhaps a bit much. 14 points, but no real suit. It's a case of just wanting to say something, I guess. Very tempting. The South bids 2 hearts, so it should be read as weak. I think it's a bit undervaluing her hand, but what can you do at this point? Table 2 looks like we are going to see 2 hearts making 3. Got 2 diamond tricks. So South will be playing 2 hearts as well. Or North, rather. See what he can do. I think he would do pretty well to make 3, as his seat, as his fellow North did at the other table. Maybe the King of Spades seems reasonable, though that gives away the position. Let's take a look at board 6 quickly, which table 2 is starting. East has a 14 count, 5 diamonds. West has 9 with 5 hearts. Looks like a heart part score could be very much in order, or perhaps 1 no trump. But East-West will finally play a hand. Alright, so Aaron won the ace of spades and continued with a heart, much like the other North did. Now East is going to switch to diamonds, which is better than the club switch, I think. Diamonds are nice too because they would force North to ruff with a long trump hand. And it doesn't really matter in this case. But if you're going to force someone to ruff, you'd rather have the long trump suit ruff than the short, because a long trump suit, those are going to be natural trump tricks anyway in the long run. Whereas the short trump suit might disappear when declare is drawing trump. So it's in Declarer's interest to rough with the shorthand if possible. And when he roughs his diamond, he might get the inclination to do that, to play a couple clubs and rough a club. That would probably be his best bet, actually. Alright, so they're playing 3 hearts at table 2 on board 6. And Matthias has them, and it looks like Matthias will have a good shot to make them, especially with the diamonds now set up, although North seems likely to get a diamond rough. And he's got 2 heart tricks. He'll either get them when hearts are being drawn, or he'll get them on a diamond rough. And South also has the ace of clubs. I think that should be it. Okay, interesting. Matthias starts with clubs right away. The diamond will be continued. I guess it doesn't really matter if Matthias roughs or not. He could probably pitch a club. Yep, North will win with the 2 of hearts. But that means he'll only get 1 of his honors. We'll see what the switch is. So Aaron is thinking about finessing clubs right here. He would do better to play the king and then rough. If he finesses with the jack, he might just go down. He does play the king. That's good. Now perhaps a club rough. Although he's put himself into a little trouble by drawing a second trump first, because now he doesn't have an automatic entry back into his hand. If he plays a spade, East can cover and then knock out the trumps. That's what he'll do. Yeah, it's actually not going to help him, and now that he has no bridges to the south hand. Marksman Ma has a pretty easy heart return here. Sure enough. Now Aaron can still make it as long as he plays a low club. If he plays the jack, it will not go well. But that's basically a guess. Either the 10 is going to fall stiff, or the queen will. And he chose wisely. As the old knight in Last Crusade says, when Indiana Jones drinks from the correct cup, the Holy Grail. Still going to be an imp for double trouble. So they are nursing a 13-9 lead as we enter board 6 at table 1. Matthias made 3 hearts at the other table. That puts a little pressure on. And now, Matthias could be tempted to jump right to 4 spades here. He's going to show his shape. Bid 3 diamonds. It's a very nice distributional hand. Not the sort of hand by the looks of it where you'd really want to draw trump. But if you rough stuff till the cows come home, you'll probably be in decent shape. In 4 spades, I'm seeing the ace of spades is a loser, ace of hearts, a club, most likely. And then it just comes down to figuring out the right spade position. But it's definitely a possible 4 spades, I would say. Board 6 at table 1. North-South are fiddling around with spades. I don't think West really has a bid right now, but East can come back in with hearts if he really wants. Bit of a risk since he doesn't know how many West has. So board 7 is going to be 3 spades in the West. Even 3 spades isn't lay down. You have to play it right. But there are some things that work out, and certainly the defense has to be on their toes. King of Hearts lead seems reasonable. Right, Aaron got to play 2 spades on board 6 as East did not come back in. And that might actually work out nicely for the Santa Barbarians, as I don't see 2 spades going down by that much. Down 1 would be a couple imps. Making would be really nice. That's a nice 5 or 6 imp swing. Even down 2 wouldn't be the end of the world. Heart lead is nice. It sets up a trick they don't really need. As long as Aaron plays the ace here. A little bit of a risk not to. Okay, so Matthias is actually drawing trump, which I don't agree with. I think this is a pretty obvious cross-ruffing hand in board 7. And when spades split badly, that's going to backfire a bit. He does have some recourse. He's not going to bother with the diamond finesse, which is good. At this point, best he can do is ruff a diamond and kite's hand, then lead back a heart to try to set up the heart suit while he still has the ace of clubs as an entry. Actually, even better would be to draw the last trump, come to think of it. So he can afford to do that, I think. Well, maybe not. If he draws a trump here and then roughs a diamond, the North will be able to cash the king of diamonds when he gets in with the ace of hearts. So this is probably the right play. Rough a diamond first. So Aaron at table 1 drew 1 round of spades and then got a heart trick from the defense. He's going to draw the last, or he's going to draw the king of spades, get a diamond return. East might lead back a diamond here. Yep. And West is going to discard. So Matthias did not try to set up the heart. Now he needs to play his cards carefully. That was not carefully. Because the queen of diamonds was good. So now he's going to lose the rest of the tricks, but he had the queen of diamonds to cash, which would have let him made 4. That's unfortunate. That could be a big swing, especially if double trouble fishes around for their game, which I still think can make. So Aaron looks like he can make this, as long as he plays low to the 10. Well, doesn't have to play low to the 10, just has to set up the 10. Yep. So that'll give the Santa Barbarians a lead, perhaps briefly. And here we are, 15-13 after a 12-0 start for double trouble. So the Barbarians have really turned on the juice. Board 8, Matthias opens a club with 12 high. North jumps in with a preemptive 2 hearts, and Kite bids 2 spades, which should be enough to prompt 3 spades from Matthias, which in turn should be enough to prompt Kite to go to 4 spades, I would think. He's got an opening hand, partner has an opening hand, we've got a spade fit. What's not to love? Alright, so they finally find a game. Is this actually the first game that's been bid? I think it is. Amazing. Alright, moment of truth at table 1. What is Dragon Cairo going to do now that he knows he has a spade fit? Pass. Well, Aaron could perhaps balance with clubs, but I wouldn't be too keen to do that. Okay, well, 2 spades should be child's play. So let's follow Kite as he tries to meander his way to making 4 spades. He finesses hearts at trick 1. Sure, why not? Okay, and now north-south might find their diamond rough. Indeed they do. But that's alright, because at this point anything that Matt returns from the north seat will be won by Kite. Yeah, he knows enough to catch the ace of clubs there. A, he doesn't have a choice. B, he doesn't need any help. So if he just draws trump now, any which way, he can use the ace queen of hearts to pitch clubs. And he's golden. As long as he doesn't touch diamonds, he's fine. Well, now he can touch diamonds as much as he wants. He's drawn the last trump. Just don't touch clubs. Low to the king is good, and then ace queen of hearts, pitch clubs, claim 4. 2 spades has gotten off to much the same start. Ace of hearts lead. Zoe decides to show attitude with the 8, saying she doesn't like hearts. I think Aaron could probably tell that just looking at dummy. So he switches to clubs. Now spades are going to be drawn. So we should play low in tempo here. No reason not to. Low not in tempo probably won't matter, but it could. And here comes the jack of spades. We won by the ace. Interesting that neither table found the play that I would probably recommend, namely the cross rough to heck defense. Let's see if Zoe can find a trump return here. She cannot, but at least she gets another chance. Now she won the queen of clubs. Yeah, that should be a no-brainer, I think. She knows the count in spades. She might end up getting her 10 of spades eventually. But it's going to be too little too late, I would say. Alright, so board 9 at table 2. They're playing precision, but they still use 2/1. That's fairly common in standard systems. Interesting, West is going to draw trump himself, as he knows he can set up heart suit. Looks like he'll pitch a diamond here. And Aaron was smart to hold on to all his hearts. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter too much, does it? West is going to make 3. So it should have been a wash, but Matthias botched the handoff at the other table. So Double Trouble will get something out of this. So our 2-over-1 auction proceeded with North rebidding his hearts. So 1 heart says he's capped at around 15. South bids 3 diamonds, which is described as natural, I guess. 2 clubs must be artificial. Then they end up in 3-no. It's another game. And let's see how this one's going to go. They are a little wide open in hearts. Double Trouble goes back in front with a 6-imp pickup here. I'm going to try hearts anyway. Probably their best bet. They have entries in spades. And in spades. And there's not really an easy defense for East-West. They have nothing really to set up. Matthias could play a diamond here. Probably what he'll do. Who knows? He knows they're staring at a situation where hearts are going to be set up. And if Kite returns a diamond here, that'll set up a trick. Well, actually, better would have been a club return. Club return would have caused trouble. Diamonds just set up South suit. In fact, it's South claim now. Not quite. But close. Now East-West at table 1 are facing much the same situation as I did at the other table, and I'm guessing 4 spades will be easily found again, sure enough. As long as it makes, and I don't see any reason it wouldn't, this will be another wash. Well, what am I saying? Another wash. I think the first wash. Yeah, first wash. Same lead. And we'll see if East takes the finesse here, or if he decides it's a little too risky. Yeah, too bad about board 9. I think if Kite had returned a club instead of a diamond, that would have perhaps been enough to set it. But instead they set up South's long suit. Perhaps they weren't expecting it to be long. Check the alerts here. 2 clubs is artificial, 3 diamonds natural. So they know South suit is diamonds, not clubs. Marksman Ma is still thinking about his play to the first heart on board 8, and table 2 is on board 10 now, so they're making quick work of these hands. Kite starts with a weak 2 spades. South might try to come in with 3 clubs, but I think Matthias has a reasonable play for 4 spades here. Three is way too conservative. And there's a good school of thought out there that says when you're responding to a preempt, You decide immediately what level you want to play at as responder, because you have the most information of your partnership. Certainly Kite is not going to bid 4. He has no option but to pass. I guess South will do the same. But even with a balanced hand, it's 3 cards, 3 aces. East is invariably short in something. But actually there is a slight hiccup with the clubs being split poorly. So if Kite goes up with an ace here, this would seem to be logical. That gives North a ruff, and they can potentially get another one, getting back to his partner's hand with a heart. In fact, North-South can win 3 club tricks that way. So maybe, as it happens, that was a wise decision to only bid 3. Might not even be able to make 3. Indeed, the heart return is found. And the same defense is being played against 4 spades at table 1. And it looks exceedingly likely that the same declaring line will be found, allowing East to make 4 spades rather easily. Table 2, South is cashing King of Clubs and leading back another club for his partner's second ruff. So it's a bit of a sad story. And they can set up a diamond trick now. Or maybe not. That might be the chance that Kite needs. His only real option now is to hope for a miracle in hearts. He needs to pitch his diamond. He can't pitch the 2 diamonds in Matthias's hand. So his only hope is that he can ruff a heart and make the queen disappear. Let's see if he plays for that. If he does, he should be rewarded. In any case, you have to draw trump right now. That's what he does. And now the trump are gone. If he roughs a low heart right now, he will be quite happy. Playing the Jack of Hearts, though, will not work. Too bad. And there's really no chance of it working. Jack of Hearts, you would hope that North covers with the queen, that South has the stiff 10 perhaps. So he'll go down 1 and 3 spades. Santa Barbarians have to keep pace on board 9, where the other side made 3 no. It'd be a bit tricky to find, especially since North does not open this one. South starts with a diamond. She's got 14. North has 10, if you will. We'll see how the bidding proceeds. Certainly 1 heart is not going to get anyone super excited. Though it seems that they do have a chance at 4 hearts. So he will rebid 2 diamonds. If Aaron makes a jump to 3 hearts, that might be his winning bid. We'll see if he does so. Actually, I'm not sure they do have 4 hearts. Got some spade losers. They're going to be hard to deal with. If they set up diamonds in time, maybe, but the entries are a bit concerning. But at this point, it's just going to be tough. Tougher than find anything. If Aaron bids 2 spades here, that might convince his partner to show something about no trump. But just rebidding hearts, that's probably a pretty weak bid. Not likely to excite much. Matthias interfered over a no trump in board 11 and bought the contract that way. Probably right decision by Kite to pass. He does have 3-3 in the minors and only 2 spades, but there's no guarantee that Matthias's minor is longer. In fact, invariably the spades will be the longest suit. It's going to be a bit tricky to play though. There's a lot of finesses he'd like to take and not many entries. In fact, their best fit is hearts, which they were not likely to find. Yeah, this is going to be bad news for the Standard Barbarians, as they're stuck playing 2 hearts, where their opponents made 3 no on the same board. But I should be able to make 2 hearts just fine. Matthias is going to play for the diamond finesse. Gotta play for 1. That one probably isn't the worst one to try. But he's not going to be able to get rid of the king of diamonds. In fact, now he's set up a roughing situation for north-south. The north could get a bunch of his spades if he wanted to. And this is the danger zone. Here comes a diamond return, roughed by north. Now what does north return? King of clubs maybe? Spade would be friendly to west. It gives him the finesse he's been yearning for. Yeah, king of clubs seems like the most likely of a bunch of less than desirable options. So now I'm guessing Matthias will probably not touch hearts, because he knows someone's going to be able to rough. And actually the best he can do is rough the jack of diamonds. He probably won't do that because he knows it's high. But if he roughs this and then plays the queen of clubs, oh, he did. Good job. That's a good play. And now he'll be able to get 2 spade tricks, I think. If he plays a spade right here. Making 2 spades is probably going to be pretty good. Three was definitely doable, and I think I would leave the spade there at the end. That's very likely to be okay. Let's see how Aaron's doing in 2 hearts. He's going to lose his second trick here to the king. He's lost the spade already, I guess. He's going to lose... No, he hasn't lost his spade. He's going to lose 2 right now. Playing low, play right into the opponent's hands. And now they're likely to set him, I think. The 2 of clubs is probably going to be an encouraging signal. Marksman plays the ace of diamonds, that'll let 2 hearts come home. He plays the club, that'll set it. So it's actually coming down to the same decision that Kite had at the other table. Do you lead back a club or a diamond? I would think the situation here is more obvious. Aaron's only hope at this point is to take the finesse. In fact, he might have a prayer if West plays a club back, but I don't see that happening. Last board at table 2, get a precision opener, and South is showing a balanced hand with 1 spade with 8 or more points. But TS has learned a lesson or two about how to play over precision, as he just jumps right in there with 3 hearts. It'll make North-South's lives a little bit trickier. North definitely cannot bid 3-no. Their best place to play looks like clubs. Diamonds is equal length, but a 5-0 break is quite unfortunate. Yeah, it's tough for North. I think he has to pass. Or double for takeout. Maybe South tries to convert that with 3-no. King Little isn't a great stopper, but it's something. We'll try 4 diamonds. It'll be interesting to see if North raises. They are in a game force, so something has to happen. If he raises 4 diamonds, I would hope that Kite will be right on to double. Interesting. Pass. Well, okay. The preempt didn't mess with them. There's a little bit of good fortune going on. Yeah, okay, so we've got a similar unfortunate situation here with 3 spades from West instead of 4. Aaron doubles, which gives Zoe a chance to say something, but she really doesn't have much else to say. Maybe 4 clubs. Yeah, that's a tough bid. We could try 4 hearts, since ace, queen, third are not bad. Pass would be devastating, since it definitely can make. Though if they said it, that would be okay. But when you've got a lot of imps to make up, you need to find a game. Pass. Well, seems like there is probably some miscommunication, because that's definitely not what Aaron meant. Here comes the king of clubs. Should be roughed by North. And I think he should be able to find the heart return. Marksman is saying, I have been hit. Being a marksman, he should be the one doing the hitting, I guess, but that's how it goes. So it all comes down to how he plays the hand here. Pretty sure North-South will be able to find the same defense. Get another club rough now. Maybe the 3 of clubs could be read as asking for a diamond return. Might be something to think about. So I think at the other table, North led the king of hearts. You'd be more tempted to lead a low heart here, which will probably make it impossible for East to make. King of hearts. So we finish with 4 diamonds making at the other table. So let's go ahead and widen our screen here so you can see what's going on. So the heart was ruffed, and the spade is returned after trump are drawn. Now it all comes down to East playing the 8 of hearts. If he does so, he will be well rewarded. Yep, he did it. So very unfortunate. I think North-South have a passing chance at making 4 hearts here. Well played by East. Now he can claim. And I think that basically puts the nail in the Santa Barbarians' coffin on this match. Should know better than to double trouble. If you double, there will be trouble. And trouble there was. Well, 2 boards left. We'll see what the Santa Barbarians are able to salvage. They're doing well. And they got caught in a bad breeze. So West could definitely interfere here, as Matthias did at the other table. Decides not to. Aaron could definitely be tempted to transfer to clubs. Two spades by him would be a club transfer. And 3 clubs seems like a fairly nice place to play. The club finesse is bad, the diamond finesse is bad, so maybe not. Maybe it isn't that great actually. But I think it's still worth bidding. And though he has 2 options, she could bid 2 no trump if she really likes clubs. The definition of really like in our book would be 4 cards or 3 with an honor. She has 3 without an honor, so she should just say 3 clubs. And then it'll go pass, pass, pass. If she had given encouragement, Aaron might have been tempted to take a stab at 3 no. But it is much better this way. Ooh, Dragon Cairo in for a trick on the lead. No spade will be won by the jack. Now she can go about trying to draw trump. Not going to pan out so well, but there might be a chance at a spade ruff if East-West are persistent. East will have plenty of entries with those clubs. Yeah, king or jack doesn't actually matter in this case. Here comes another spade. And the next club, presumably. Yeah, so the spade lead is actually not bad, as it happens. Yes, she gets the jack, but East-West are entitled to a ruff. So a diamond return here would be very devastating. Heart return would be bad too. Yep, 10 of diamonds is not what you want to see. probably be well served to hold up 2 rounds on the diamonds. She plays the king right away. The Dragon Cairo will cash another diamond. And then, oh, interesting. Guess he didn't think his partner had another club left in him. Well, no bother. They will still be entitled to the King of Hearts, East-West, which will set 3 clubs down 1, and give a little bit of, give a few imps to the Santa Barbarians. So the play now, after drawing trump, is to play a low heart. Cashing the ace of spades is okay too. Now comes a low heart. No, that's, well, okay. You're just conceding then. Yeah, the Chinese finesse is not going to work. Down 1. Good thing Matthias made 2 spades at the other table. So 25 imps is technically insurmountable at this point. North-South could do well to make game here. West starts with 2 hearts. Guess he doesn't care about not showing the 4-card major. And Aaron has one of the easiest doubles you will ever see. Let's see what South does. Well, first let's see if East raises hearts. It might be tempting, especially at this vulnerability. You can definitely think about 4 hearts right here. Would really knock North-South for a loop. We might actually be okay playing in a 4-3 spade fit in most layouts. I think the diamond break will give them heartaches if they try that. The East is definitely thinking. And pass is his ultimate decision. Okay, here comes 3 diamonds by South. Interesting if Aaron tries 3 hearts. There's a Western Q bid asking for a 3 no trump bid. Probably got enough juice in him to do something more than pass. But it's tough. East's pass might also clue him in that there's something fishy going on, and that fishiness might include a dearth of points in his partner's hand and a relative plethora in the East. It's not actually the case. That's hard to know. You could also be thinking about Lebensol, which would be on in this situation. If Lebensol is on, then 3 diamonds is a game-forcing bid. As Zoe could bid 2 no, as a transfer of 3 clubs, and correct that to 3 diamonds to show that she's a bust and just wants to play there. Lebensol is not in their convention chart just yet, though. It tends to be one of those systems that's nice if you know it very well, but takes a lot of practice and experience to learn very well. This is a very pensive pause by Aaron. See if he ends up finding a good call. Three hearts. Yes, he is going to ask for that heart stopper. He certainly doesn't want to be playing 3 no, but if Zoe has one, then it might work. Indeed, I think it can work, but it takes some fortune, like finding the Queen of Clubs doubleton offside, which I feel like is not going to happen. Yep. See what she does. This is stopper, King X. It's definitely not a stopper that makes you very encouraged. But if she is following the convention chart to a T, 3 no trump should be her bid. Indeed, that's what we get. And presumably that is where we will rest. Now East is thinking, so you want to sacrifice now? He knows there's such a huge heart fit. But by the same virtue, 3 no trump could be a little tricky. Well, now it's up to Zoe. Can she pull a rabbit out of the hat and bring this contract home? Let's just say that lead is not surprising. There's one trick. I see 3 in spades. I see 3 in diamonds as the finesse is likely to be found. Well, actually, is that 4 in diamonds? I think 4 in diamonds, yeah. Then 2 in clubs. 4 plus 3 plus 2, or 3 plus 4 plus 2. Yeah, okay. I think she could make this. Just depends on how she goes about it. If she tries the club finesse, she will regret it. If she plays on a different suit first, such as the diamonds, she will realize what needs to be done, and things will work out. It's a close call with the clubs and the diamonds. Really close call. Well, here comes the 2 of clubs. What will we get? Ooh, the ace. Okay, she lives to fight another day. Now what? Diamond? Diamond to the king is a bad decision. This is why you play low to the ace. Well, now her hope lies in finding the Queen of Clubs in the right spot. Doubleton offside. I would not feel terribly confident in that, but who knows? Definitely not the way you want to play the diamond suit, though. Playing low to the ace seems like a much better bet. These hands are tough, though. Obviously, there's a lot of distribution going on. If the spades were to split 3-3, that would actually bring the contract home, too. Something to think about. So that would probably be the next thing to try. If that doesn't work, then there's going to be a little bit of trouble. Tough hand. comes the spade. Not surprising. Interestingly enough, this might just actually pay off if she just goes through with the spades and sells out for that. Because if she does, she will find out that it is not to be, and then, lacking any better option, she'll probably just cash her winners and find the queen of clubs to fall. This is interesting. Low to the ace. Okay, so that gives her the chance to try another finesse, I suppose. Low to the queen. Bad news. So now, she really has to get the clubs right. It's quite possible that she could have complete count. Where's she counting? She sees West started with 4 spades, preempted hearts, so he probably has 6. 4 diamonds means he has 3 clubs, one of which has been pitched. That says exactly what East distribution is, and says that the clubs must be 1-1 at this point. And if that's the case, then 4 club tricks will come home in short order. But that takes some good guessing. Well, not guessing, it takes some good counting. Moment of truth. Wow, she did it. Good job. Definitely have some questions post-game for how carefully she was counting. Or she just decided, well, best chance out of a bunch of not very good ones. That'll be a little bit of positive feelings for the Santa Barbarians leaving this match. But certainly it will not sway the result. The final score of this online Junior Bridge League match today is 42-28. 14 imp victory for the Double Troublers. There's definitely some boards that both sides would like to have back. The Santa Barbarians went down on a few hands that they definitely should have made, and if they had tightened up their declaring play and maybe their communication on a couple boards, like board 10, then things might have ended differently. But as it is, we get what we got. We got what we get. We got what we got. Let's go with that. And yeah, that's the last round, the last match for the Santa Barbarians in this round of the OJBL. I'm guessing they will return next month. But first we will take a brief hiatus over the next couple of weeks as the collegiate bridge qualifiers come into season. So we'll see what happens next, but definitely a fun match. Good result for the Double Trouble team. Just was not quite in the cards today for the Santa Barbarians. So I suppose now I will bid you all adieu. Thank you for tuning in as always. I hope that you will follow us on Twitch and also on YouTube. YouTube is UCSB Bridge, all one word. You can find streams of our matches that have been broadcast on Twitch over the past 7 or 8 months or so. And yeah, stay tuned to Twitch so that you can see when our next matches are coming up. Usually get an alert when we go live. And there will be plenty of more action in the future. The Overbidders Anonymous have 2 more matches to play this round, and then come March, I'm sure we will have more broadcasts for you all. So, from sunny Santa Barbara, California, this is Andrew, your host, thanking you for listening, wishing you good night and good luck.